Big news in the world of AI today as OpenAI founder Sam Altman has been fired. He's been removed from the board. So apparently, he received a text message from a fellow board member that invited him to a video call where he learned that he was fired. Imagine that, just receiving a text, "Hey, can you join me in this meeting?" And then you join the meeting, you're like, "Hey, what's going on? What's this all about?" And then they tell you you're fired. But apparently, that's what happened today. Altman, of course, has been the CEO of OpenAI for a while now, and he's really guided it as it's become a super important and very profitable, to be honest, company. OpenAI, of course, if you're not familiar, is the creator of ChatGPT, as well as various other important artificial intelligence models. The earlier GPT models. Whisper is something you might have heard of as well. And Sam Altman has been at the head of the company throughout this success, so it's interesting to see that he's being removed. So the natural question is, why was he fired? Well, to be honest, we don't really know. OpenAI didn't say much about this. They released a statement that said they concluded that he was not consistently candid in his communications with the board, hindering its ability to exercise its responsibilities, whatever that means. So they said they don't have confidence in his ability to continue leading OpenAI, which is a very generic answer. They're really not revealing much by saying that. There's no evidence about exactly what he's not being candid with them about. But this news seems to have taken the tech world kind of by surprise. One of the co-founders immediately resigned after hearing that. 3 senior researchers as well also quit when they heard about this. And people are saying that this is very unusual within the tech space. Ron Conway here is saying that what happened at OpenAI today is a board coup that we have not seen since the likes of 1985, when the then Apple board pushed out Steve Jobs, which was, of course, a very infamous move by them, seeing how Jobs would return later to Apple and lead the company to a very successful position and, releasing a whole bunch of innovative products at that time. So it seems like no one really has a clue about why this happened, but people are kind of speculating. So OpenAI was actually founded as a non-profit company originally, but recently they haven't really been following that philosophy at all. Even Elon Musk, who is very much a businessman, and making money is not something that he's a stranger to, let's put it that way. He said that they've become a closed source maximum profit company and not what he intended at all. And really, it feels like that wasn't the original intention of OpenAI, and it was only once they realized just how massively profitable all of this generative AI stuff could be with all these, large language models. Only then did they realize, okay, we could make some serious money with this. And it's not clear exactly who started pushing them to make money, but maybe Sam being removed as CEO has something to do with it. So immediately after Sam Altman was removed from the company, OpenAI, they contacted their customers and they told them that they're changing the billing rules. So basically, they'd have to pay in advance now to use their service instead of paying after the fact. So they fired the CEO, and then an hour later, thousands of customers received an email saying you now have to prepay, which, that's not exactly a good look for them. It does kind of seem like Sam Altman was perhaps pushing against this idea and saying, hey, we should stick to the original vision that we had, which was, this company that produces AI for the benefit of humanity and not just trying to milk it for as much money as we possibly can. Interestingly enough, he actually made a point of not owning any shares of the company, which he said preserved his focus on AI safety instead of pursuing profit, which seems like, at the very least, he's putting his money where his mouth is, right? If he had owned shares when he became CEO, right before all this generative AI stuff blew up, he would have been extremely wealthy at this point. So, respect to him for putting the mission ahead of making money. And it seems like within the company, there's been some tension over how exactly they treat AI responsibly. In fact, OpenAI's chief scientist and co founder said that he's been worried about the long term safety of OpenAI's products and was keen for greater alignment with human values. However, he didn't elaborate on why Altman was removed. So perhaps we may never know exactly why it happened. At this point, we'll just have to wait and see.